This sounds like a very simple video title, right? Remember to breathe. Obviously, you're breathing all the time. But if you're anything like me, you can get anxious about something very quickly, especially if it's really important to you. Let's say for some reason, let's say you've got an exam, okay? Comparing yourself to, let's say, someone that was very calm, okay? Same level of knowledge, very calm. Do you think that person is going to do better than you if you were super anxious? Yet you were still the same level. You knew the exact amount of things. Everything will come out much, much easier, right? It's like a mental game, okay? Now, I myself, I do a lot of music. Okay, I teach music, and what I've noticed as well is that in my experience, people who are calm, the students that I have that are able to be calm, or I try to get them to be calm, they are able to learn much faster. They're able to perform much, much better. And if you, as an artist, let's say a musician, a writer, anything, okay, if you're able to be calm, you're still able to use your emotions, but you're able to be calm, you'll find that you'll be much, much more effective at whatever you're doing. Okay, that is the case for basically any discipline. Okay, if you're able to stay calm, collected, and see your thoughts like that, you're going to succeed much better. Okay, so now you probably notice this as well when someone tells you, okay, just breathe. It kind of feels a bit condescending. I know that happens for me anyway. When someone told me, oh, um, just breathe and you'll be fine. Quite, and then I kind of thought, yeah, that's kind of mean, but I actually took that advice on board. Right, there was this when I was younger. I think when I was, I think 18, I had to do a music exam. Really, really important because if I passed it, then I would be able to get into the university that I really wanted to. Okay. Now this is for music, and I'm good at piano. All right, that's why I teach it. But as I was playing, as I was trying to rehearse for the piece, I realized, oh, I'm really anxious. Like every time I've done like a music exam for piano, it was really difficult, and especially this time, it was going to be the hardest one. All right, because it was basically going to be my entry to go into university. Okay, what my teacher told me is she had a background in playing a wind instrument. Okay, like I think it was like clarinet, and she would actually have. Now, if you're a clarinet player or just any type of woodwind player, you'll probably have this as well. So you know what I'm about to say, but if you don't, then this is going to be surprising. So she told me, oh, I had to write down sections where I had to breathe. Okay, now that sounds really dumb. It doesn't sound like something that a guitarist, a pianist, a singer would have to do. Maybe a singer, but you know what I mean. But she said for me to do that because she noticed that I thought that I was playing. I was quite like jittery. Okay, and I started doing that. I literally wrote down in the song, breathe, breathe, relax. All right, and what actually happened is that I practiced doing that, and I was able to be much more fluid. Okay, it sounds like some really, really dumb advice. Instead of putting in, oh, play quieter, play louder, okay, you put in breathe. Yeah. Now, the thing is, you can play excellently at home. You probably can, okay? You can probably do something really, really well at home. But when it actually comes to performing under pressure, it is a completely different game, okay? But having those kind of instructions in front of you kind of puts you back into that state where you were practicing. Because let's face it, if you were doing an exam, you're probably not going to have the same instrument, especially for piano. You're not hauling your whole ass piano back to the exam place. You're not going to be using the same one. So it's always going to be slightly different. Bringing something that can take you back into that state of practicing helps. And one of those things is like breathing. In fact, I can kind of relate it back. I didn't mean to actually bring this part up, but it reminds me of this study where, quite literally, sense, okay, so like the thing that you can smell, sense can actually help you remember things, bring you back to a certain moment, okay? Because you probably know, like, if you visited someone else's house, like let's say you visited your cousin's house and you smell, oh yeah, this smells like my cousin's house, right? Imagine your own imagine every time you practiced. Okay, I'm not saying for you to do this. I don't know how well this would work. But imagine, I think this would actually work. Imagine you had, let's say, a cologne, some sort of smell, like lavender, let's say, all right, every time you studied or just practiced, okay? And then imagine before you went into that exam, all right, you were able to smell it, like just a little, not like a crackhead or anything, but you know what I mean, smelling it, okay? It's gonna put you back into that state. Now, this sounds like really, really absurd, advice. Okay, you don't have to do that scent thing, the smelling thing, okay? I don't want you to look like a crackhead. At the same time, I think it's really, really cool to use science, like these kind of studies, to be able to kind of make yourself a bit better, all right? To do kind of unconventional stuff, okay? You can try it out, it probably won't hurt you. But as I said, hopefully that was helpful to you to remember to breathe, all right? Especially if you're doing something like an exam or a performance, something, okay? Just remember to breathe. And if you don't, I'll even show you how to breathe, okay? I've done this before, but basically I want you to place your hands onto basically your stomach, okay? So not up here, like stomach, like literally in the abs, right? And then a lot of people don't actually know how to breathe properly, okay? They breathe like, you can see their shoulders like kind of go up. This time I want you to try to like breathe through your stomach, okay? You might already know how to do this. If you know how to do it, you don't have to watch this video. But if you don't, place your hands just like on your stomach and then just feel your stomach kind of like moving. And then that's how you should be breathing. It should be through the stomach. By doing that, okay, if you can do that all the time, that's perfect. That's the proper way to breathe, okay? Now, by doing that, you're going to be able to take much deeper breaths and you'll be much calmer as a result. If you breathe like this all the time, you will, these are just more shallower breaths, okay? It's very hard to get a lot of air in, and when you have rapid breathing, it's going to put you into a state of like slight anxiety, and you don't really want that, okay? You want to be as calm as possible for whatever you're really doing, I guess. Yes. All right, like you wouldn't want to be anxious going into an exam, okay? Hopefully that was helpful. I know it's a bit erratic, but I just wanted to give you all the advice that I had on this topic, okay? If it was helpful, you can subscribe, and you want to see more videos like this. Yeah, if you're subscribing, you'll see more videos like this anyways, all right? Hopefully this was helpful though. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.